In the Trenches with Ryan Roxie.
There's the kiss heads.
That is a kiss tongue. Is that not really your tongue? That has to be a prop tongue.
That's yeah.
God, please. That would be up there with Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee's schlong and that tongue, boy, you'd be destined for stardom.
Now there I am
spoon feeding Gene Simmons. All right. So you do have a let me ask you that. Did you ever play an instrument?
Drums.
Okay, cool. It's like all the great, and you're a front man as well. A lot of great front men start off on the drums. I've had so many people on the podcast, whether you talk about Steven Tyler starting with drums, and there you are strumming some sort of guitar. Is that more?
Yeah, we were in Nashville, I think, and that was like something.
Well, here we go. Here's my last question from Kathy Grant. Thank you very much for letting the people speak. Have you been on the Strat rides and did the sky jump?
I've done almost every one of those. I just did something for for CNN, I think it was. They were doing that thing. What do you call it? The New Year's Eve bash, bringing in the New Year, and they went to they strapped me in one of those things, and I went flying down it was horrible.
Stratosphere?
I'm afraid of that. It was at the Stratosphere.
Okay. All right.
Scared the crap out of me. And then I was on one with Gene Simmons when we filmed Family Jewels. It was one of the rides that goes around the outside of it comes off like a big hook and goes, and I'm like, I think I'm literally having a heart attack, right? But we're filming and I'm strapped in this thing and Gene's across me, and Gene's, he's kind of screaming, but I'm trying to tell the guy like stop the ride, I'm gonna die. And we're just going, and we're supposed to be doing dialogue, and I couldn't even tell my lines because I was like, I'm going to have a heart attack. So
there is. I know that you and Gene have you have a history of You kind of pulled his leg a couple times, and I did recently see sort of hear a story about that. How did that go?
Well, Gene came back to my show, and he says, "Hey, man, this is my best Gene Simmons impression." He says, you seem very successful and do all these things. What do you do to make money outside of comedy? And I said, nothing. I'm a loser. I don't know what else to do. And he said, well, you must make money somehow other way, And I said, I make a little bit of money here and there from some, these jingles that I do. He said, jingles? And I said, yeah. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, I did this one, from By Mennan. And he said
deodorant.
What? And he said, what? I said, yeah, By Mennan. And he's looking at me. He's like, how did you come up? How did you, wait, how, why? And I said, my buddy had a thing in his garage, and we were out messing around, and Mennan people had a campaign. They were looking for a jingle. Everyone send in your jingle. And my buddy and I came up with By Mennan, and we sent it in, right? And we won. And so, he said, you get paid for that? I said, yeah, they still pay. They don't run the commercials as much as they used to. But
you might be bad with numbers. Gene Simmons, exact opposite. Really good with numbers. So he's just thinking numbers.
And so he had I had him go for 15 minutes. He was like, that's amazing. And I said, yeah. And then he's like, wow, I would never have known. And then I said, anything else? And I said, yeah, certs. He's like, the mint. He goes, yeah. I said, I came up with the Retson. They added now with Retson. And he just looked at me for a second. He says, you're fucking me. I said, yeah. He said, but not the Mennan thing. I said, no, both. I just completely fucking shit. He was like, he was going to kill me.
I've kind of always wondered about what Retson is. I think it's
what is
Retson? I think Certs is actually pulling one on us. I don't think
absolutely. They did. So we buy. Oh, now with Retson, so we have to get it because don't get the one that didn't have Retson.
Yeah. And 4 out of 5 dentists, I think actually 4 of them, I think, again, like that Joe Rogan letter, I don't think a lot of them were actual dentists.
Yeah.
I think
the 4 out of 5 dentists is one dentist with no teeth. The 4 out of 5 are good. Don't ask that guy.
One was a podcaster, apparently.
I'm Ryan Roxie, and I've taken all my years of experience of playing guitar, and I want to pass the torch of rock and roll on to you. Check out the System 12 Guitar Method.
I don't give a damn about the media.